Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Strompcast, episode 238. We've got a jam-packed episode for you today. But before we get into it, let me introduce you to my co-hosts. Anyway, first of all, we've got Richard. How you doing today, man?
I'm good. Ginormous 6-1 win. We take those. And for the first time, what feels like eternity, it didn't rain cats and dogs on one of the island games. So, mashallah, thank you, Lord, for that one.
Yeah, definitely. And I've got Danny. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Sorry, that comment just made me laugh a bit there. But I'm doing good. Like Rich said, big win. I don't want to be tuning my horn as a weather forecast to be. So, what do you call those people that do the weather on TV?
Meteorologists.
Okay, yeah, meteorologists. I don't want to be.
I was gonna say weatherman, but yeah,
or weatherman.
No,
Whatever.
I'll come
week,
correct with the technical terms in these parts. Don't you worry.
Last week I was out here saying, it's gonna be different. We're going to Madeira in the summer. It's gonna be beautiful. It was all sun. We don't have to remind ourselves that it did rain. None of that this year.
It wasn't raining, lads. We mustn't forget it was sunny.
And I think I checked last week too. I don't think we're in the rainy season when we go to Santa Clara as well. So
when's that game?
I have no idea. I want to say in April, but I could be wrong. It could be.
Oh, you might get the tail end of it. Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see. Get the last little. We'll see.
But yes, there we land. Shit has been killing me on the internet.
And we do, unfortunately, we're missing Chris today. Chris is still at work. Shout out to Chris.
Our fallen brethren for this week.
Yeah, but I have returned. So one in, one out, I suppose.
You're back.
Yep. Yeah, back from Portugal. It's nice.
How was your trip? It looked like you had a lovely time.
Yeah, good seeing family. Didn't get to go to Lisbon, but it was good seeing family. I went to your guys' ends in Aveiro, so that was
nice. What'd you think of lovely Aveiro?
Oh, I love the beaches there, and it's always good.
Underrated.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I got the Viseu shirt, which I've been wanting to get for a long time. A clean shirt, might add. But
nice.
Yeah, was nice. But enough about me. Make sure you follow all things Alvalade on all social media platforms and podcast platforms. Let's get into the game of the week, and definitely a surprising scoreline. I don't think anyone had this in their cards. As far as I know, looking at the predictions, I don't think anyone had this.
People were close at our predictions, actually.
6-1 against Nacional de Madeira, and the lineup is as followed: Kovacic in goal, Gonzalo Inacio, Diamante, Eduardo Quaresma, Bragança, Morita, Giovanni, Jenny, Pedro Gonçalves, Trincao, and Gyökeres. Off the bench came De Bast, Asugo, Mateus Fernandes, Edwards. Goals from Gyökeres, two of them from Trincao as well, one from Pedro Gonçalves and one from Bragança. Danny, what were your overall thoughts on the game?
Yeah, like you said, I don't think anybody would have predicted this. Nobody would have predicted this even at the end of the first half, to be honest, because the first half was a lot. It was tougher than boring, but mainly because Nacional was good at defending, good at the counter. They had their maybe a chance or two in the first half, I would say. Kovacevic, I remember him saving maybe like one of the shots, a little bobbled, but still saving them. But a good overall performance. I mean, we had Bragança's sort of debut, at least this season, as the captain. I mean, he's worn it before, but he's definitely not looked as a captain before. Now, definitely. I thought he played really well. I thought his goal was a banger. Also, got an assist, I think, on Potts' third or first goal. No, his only goal, I think it was. So
he got an assist on a goal.
Yeah, he got an assist on a goal. I'm pretty sure it was Potts. Trincao with 2 goals, Gyökeres with 2 goals. Both of them looked like they were about to grab their hat trick this game. Gyökeres right at the end, or at some point, I don't know if it was at 5-1, maybe it was at 6-1, smashes it on the bar. This brute, no matter what, he's gonna try to smash that ball into the net. Doesn't matter if it's 6-1 or 1-0 or we're down, which of course I love, and you can clearly see he's getting back up to speed. And he's looking like he's about to hit the stride that he did last season. I think Young looked really well.
Big, never back down, never what energy.
Exactly. Pot, I mean, another great game from Pot. That's back-to-back games where Pot has really stepped up, and I even think in the Porto game he played really well as well. With Mateus Fernandes leaving, I'm worried that Amorim might try to force him in the midfield. I hope that's not the case because, as we clearly see, he's better up top. He's better as an inside forward. He can play the midfield role, but he's much better up top. Jenny fucked up, I'd say, on Nacional's goal. It was a combination of Jenny and Inacio falling asleep and Diomande kind of pushing a little forward. A few complaints on Kovacevic that I got from some Sporting fans here in Toronto, complaining that he should have done better. I don't know about all that. The guy was basically one-on-one with them. But Jenny fell asleep, but he redeemed it with the assist. The only other thing I want to talk about, actually, there's two quick things. One, when Hulman comes back, Bragança takes over Morita's spot because I have not been impressed with Morita all season. And the second thing, which Amorim talked about, which I know we're going to be harping on about hopefully for the rest of the season and for more than that as well, is how good Kenda is on and off the ball. Nothing this game shows you on the stats. He didn't score a goal. He didn't get an assist, but bro was up and down that pitch. Bro was dancing. I mean, he won the penalty, so technically, in some ways, it could be viewed as an assist, right? We have 3 games in, I understand, and there was murmurs of him last season in the B team and things like that. Boys, we have a player here. Kenda is so fucking good. So fucking good.
Big if true.
Yeah. So, other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. We got Sugu getting minutes. We had Fresneda. The only thing I want to mention actually as well, Fresneda's not even playing as a right back. He's playing like a right center back, which is kind of weird. I don't understand what that's all about with Amorim, but other than that, nothing to complain about this game, really.
Yeah, fair enough. Richard, what were your overall thoughts on this game?
I'm not going to repeat. I'm going to try not to repeat too much of what Danny said because it's a 6.
Sorry, I said a lot though. My bad.
No, it's all right. If you hadn't, I would have, and you would have been like, oh crap. Yeah, like it's a 6-1 win. There's very little to complain about. Yeah, I think the goal that Nacional scores is it's avoidable. It's not the most egregious thing we've ever seen. It's just kind of the same stuff we've kind of harped on early on the season. Is just that back line. Sometimes the inexperience shows, especially with a guy like Jenny who's still very young. Inacio being the kind of veteran presence, he should kind of know better. But it's, I'd rather them do that while they're up a ton than while they're still tied or something, or like they're only up a goal. So not the end of the world. Pot and Jokeres and Trincão all off, continuing their hot starts of the season already, which you love to see. Wonderful to see Bragança come in with Hulman being out, and he did not put a foot wrong. Even Morita had a good game. Like, no one really had a bad game. Bragança, Morita, that was probably their best game as a duo, I think, in the midfield over the last year, or at least one of them. They both played very well. It's going to be interesting to see, Danny, because you mentioned it, and we'll touch on it more in detail. But Mateus Fernandes leaving, what that kind of does to the midfield situation. I think they assume Bragança is ready to kind of take the leap anyways this year, or to take that next step. So maybe you're not too upset, and maybe we see a bit more Asugo time, like we saw some Asugo minutes this game.
Yeah.
And I think there's a bit of a player in Asugo too. Maybe not quite as dynamic as Mateus Fernandes, maybe a bit more conservative of a player, but I think there's still a bit of a player there. Was happy to see Albert's Coingeretti is a member of the club.
Yeah, he's still here. No idea where he is exactly.
We don't know where he is, but he is still a member of the club. We don't know if he's at the club. He can't even get in. He's like hating on our side of the club. It was nice to see DeBas. I thought when he came in, actually looked really well. Looked really good, rather. Touching on Fresneda as well. Yeah, he kind of came in a bit of an off position, but I guess they're just trying to ease him into game time and not throw him to the wolves. So I kind of get that.
But this isn't the first time he's come in as right center back. That's the only thing I'm confused.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because he's come in like that once or twice before.
Yeah. So I think it's because he's quite good defending 1v1. So maybe it might be that he's been. That
might be the case after all. It's also maybe they just don't want to throw him to the wolves right away. They maybe learned a bit of their lesson last year when they did that a couple times before he got it.
And also, St. Just is never fit, so we're going to need another centre back.
You're going to need another guy who has a bit of pace, who can maybe defend there. So maybe not the worst thing. Maybe Amorim's cooking something up, but at least it looks like they kind of learned. They don't want to just throw him out to the friggin' wilderness and hope. because that did nothing to help them last year. Looks like they're being a bit more cautious and mindful this season with some of their players, which I'm happy to see because that was something they were kind of guilty of, not just with Krasnodar, but with multiple guys. But yeah, hot starts from the guys you want so far. The Potts, the Jokeres, and Trincao specifically. You all right there, Sam? Jeez.
Sorry.
It's all good. So yeah, that front three looks like they very much picked up where they left off this last season. So hope to see more of that going forward, especially as they have Porto in 2 weeks, in a week. Like you're gonna kind of want to
September.
Yeah, you want these guys in form for that game. So
yeah,
if they're firing all cylinders, they're healthy, and they're going in there with a load of goals scored, it's only going to help their confidence in what's going to be a tough early game to start the season. I feel like every year we play Porto in the first month or so. Every year, I feel like we play Porto in September.
Yep.
It's crazy, and a couple times in August. It's crazy. I feel like we play them.
It's been like that
every
for
year.
the last few seasons, and we play Benfica more so towards the end.
It's more in it's more in the smack dab in the middle, and then at the end of the season with Benfica because of the way the Voltas work. Yeah, that's just something I've noticed. I think it's just coincidence. It's just funny how that works out. But I guess if you want to get a hard game out of the way, you might as well do it now as opposed to mid-season when you're all battling. It can be the difference between a 3-point lead now and a 2-point lead later. And
to me, it's also to avenge the Supertaça game. I'd rather play them sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I don't want that lingering in their minds too much. So I think it's better you play them now, like you said, Dan, and just get it over with, and then move on to kind of the next stuff, business as usual. They're gonna have Champions League coming up soon. All kinds of stuff. They're going to be getting the cups going in October. So, not much to add this game. It's a 6-1 win. There's not much you can dissect. They were the better team by far. And Nacional, it was a close game till it started. They had them in warm-ups right where they wanted them.
Right, you say it was closer. I would say it was 1-1 at one point, so it looked like it was going to be a lot more closer than it was near the
first
final
half,
score.
especially.
The first half, you could tell it was kind of slow. Nacional was defending a lot in the first half, and to their credit, they held Sporting back, but you felt inevitably there was going to be at least a couple goals from Sporting because Nacional wasn't really even doing much to press outside of their goal. So as soon as Sporting scored the go-ahead goal, and then the next goal, you felt like the floodgates were opening, and then obviously they did.
Yeah. And I'm one thing I hated about this game, I could not see the pitch from the TV.
Same.
It's just so sunny.
I don't like their
camera angle is
stadium.
shit.
Their camera angle stinks. The shade from the way their stands are oriented is so whack on a daytime game.
Yeah.
That's the one thing is it's a weirdly laid out stadium.
Personally, for me, Nacional needs to be banned from the first division. In my humble opinion, Nacional and Stuball never come back.
Stuball, that's fight. What's Stuball do to us? I don't remember.
What? Edingu, bro, gave us nightmares.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
When Bruno Carvalho took all our loan players back because
I forgot about that. Yeah, you know what? I forgot about that. He was like, "I'm gonna recall all the loan guys because screw you." That's why I completely blocked that from my memory. My memory bank just did not recognize us. I'm like, Stuball, what the hell did Stuball ever do to us?
They've been in the depths of hell.
Well, that's why they've just been not on my radar for 3-4 years. My memory bank just did not compute with that reference. What the hell did Stuball ever do to us? Now I remember.
To be fair, they didn't even do anything wrong in that game.
No,
they just won a game, but fuck them.
They won a game, which is the opposite.
They won a few points off of us, I should say, not just one game.
Yeah, they were a stubborn team at times, I guess, but it happens. Oh well.
Yeah.
How dare they try to steal points off of us? The nerve of them trying to play to win the game.
No, fuck them.
Screw them.
There's not much else to say about this game, but I will say, if Jean Neves can get into the national team in his debut season, what's stopping Giovanni? He's just so good. I think he's been I think Pedro Gonzalez has been the best player in the squad for me.
Yeah.
But
If Pot and
Giovanni is
Trincao, at least, if Pot and or Trincao don't both get a call up,
Yeah.
Martinez has blood on his hands. He already has blood on his hands.
I wasn't even expecting you to say Giovanni there, but fair play.
Yeah.
Like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right.
Pedro Gonzalez also deserve. I mean, now more than ever, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another sort of hot take with Pepe retiring and Eduardo Quaresma starting the last 3 games.
Talk
I
about
don't
it.
know.
Could be in with an he
Talk about
could
it.
be an outside shout. Yeah.
I think
Let him
his
know.
last season was very good. If he continues this form, which he has, to be fair, I've been very impressed with Eduardo
He's
Quaresma in the
played
last
well.
2 games.
Exactly.
To be honest, I didn't expect him to start this season. I thought it was going to be a back 3 of Inacio Diamonde and Debast, but Quaresma is.
And the Bast can clearly play there. I mean, he did get the assist on our last goal too. So
Yeah.
and
I forgot
in
to
my
mention
opinion,
that.
he looked better off the right than he ever did in the center. Because then he moved
Yeah.
afterwards to the center too, and he still wasn't. We need a commanding guy in the middle, and to me, it has to be Diomande, and I can see maybe Inacio playing there, but other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, and
I'll set Pedro first.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
No, I was going to say, I don't want to. You mentioned Morita not being at the best. I've not been that impressed with Inacio in the last 3 games.
Yeah,
I just feel like he really is missing someone like Coates to be the leader, and that should be now Inacio's job. But speaking of Quaresma, he acts more like a leader than Inacio does. And in this game, when
he grew up quick, didn't he?
Yeah, Quaresma was the first one to sort of be like, "Come on, like what we're doing." He was the first one to call Inacio and Jenny out on it, and so it's really impressed me with Quaresma. And like I said, grown up very quickly, and arguably been probably so far best centre back of the season. I know it's only just started, but
for sure,
definitely not there. I agree with what you say about Morita. Not being too impressed with him.
I thought he had a good game this game, but he wasn't
missing
special.
too often.
He was fine.
The thing is, though, he's done this in the past where he has a slow start to things. So I don't blame them for maybe sticking with them. And in this case, I mean, Hulman's out, so there's no other.
You got to go with
you
got to go with your trusted guy.
No other real choice, but yeah, I'm with you there too, Sam. He's been slow to start so far.
But I also think, like you said, without being next to Hulman, it does maybe he has to do a bit more. And that's no knock on Braganza, but like he has to, step up a bit more because Hulman is quite better than Braganza. Like I said, not saying Braganza's bad, but levels.
It's different. It's a different type of player too, right? So Morita has to kind of change the way he plays based on which guy he's partnered with, almost. Yeah. So that kind of affects things.
Yeah, and you mentioned Kovacevic, the goal. Yeah, I've seen people call it a friend of. I don't think so. I think it's too far in the corner. 1v1. Not to be that guy, but the sun was in his eyes as well, man. It was a.
We mustn't forget.
Facts though.
We mustn't forget it was a clear day.
Bro should have had a hat on.
And he did make some other good saves in this game as well. Some very good point blank saves.
A couple good ones, yeah. But I put the goal more in his defense than him on that one. Like,
yeah, Inacio and Jenny definitely falling asleep at the good run from the Nacional player though. But also didn't realize Bruno Costa played for Nacional. Of course, played for Portugal less than 2 years ago. I saw him. I was like, oh damn, fair enough.
Well, usually those guys go to that. That's the type of player who goes to like Portimonense.
Yeah, but he was like starting for Porto like 2 years ago. So
I know that's why I was blown away when I saw him. Like, bro, what happened to you?
Yeah. But before I ask you guys the man of the match, I want to know your opinion on the green on green. What are your Danny? What do you think of the?
I like it. I messaged you guys during the game. I'm growing to it. I like it. I hear what you're saying. It's just a little too much green, but I took in the stripes matches the shorts, which matches the socks. I don't mind it anymore. I'm growing to it. I like it.
All right.
What about you?
I like the kit. I'm kind of vibing with Danny a bit. I think I would like to see how it would look with the shorts and like the socks matching like the lighter green. Kind of like the green you almost have on that, I believe that's a Paulinho shirt in the background.
Yeah.
The 21 there, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing like the shorts kind of mimic the green at the top. But all in all, like it's like an 8 out of 10 kit. Like the whole ensemble is solid. Like it's not.
My only thing
we've had way worse away kits.
Yeah. My only thing with having it all green, like lime green like that, is it'll feel like pajamas. But low key, this dark green shorts also gives the pajama vibes too. So I don't know, but I'm growing to it. I kind of liked it.
We're gonna be, what was it? We had the jacket boys. We're gonna be the pajama boys.
I love it.
Are you a bright pajama wearer then, Danny? That's the colors you go for.
I mean, nowadays not so much. I'm more of I used to work at a store, so I would wear their t-shirt sort of thing and some
Yeah.
basketball shorts. But
Yeah.
when I was a pajama wearer, yeah, I was like a lighter color, a beige, you know what I mean, like an olive. That's definitely my vibe. It goes with my skin tone. I'm also an Aries, so it aligns with my moon and
The Mercury's being in retrograde.
in
and I don't
retrograde.
know
You feel what
the
I'm
shit.
saying, bro?
I
Like,
don't.
you know.
I don't actually know what you're saying. I'm just
Me
repeating
neither.
stuff I see on Twitter. I'm just repeating stuff I see on TikTok and Twitter. Be like, Mercury's in retrograde and the sun is at an axis of this. It's like, I don't know what that means. Like,
I think you two know a bit too
yeah.
much about it. You've been like studying it or something. That's
No, we're
I
just.
always play blackjack when my moon's in retrograde. So I never win, but apparently one day it's coming.
I don't know. I see all the terms. Don't ask me what any. Put a gun to my head. I couldn't tell you what any of the terms mean. I just see them on Twitter half time. Like, what does this even mean? Like, what are you? You're
So
selling me.
No. The better question is, what are you feeding the algorithm?
I don't know because I don't follow any horoscope stuff. It's people retweeting horoscope stuff. That's the thing. I don't. The accounts I follow on like social media, it's my friends, and then sports. That's it. It's just
goddamn Elon Musk pushing this.
Elon Musk, yeah, for real.
Oh my! I mean, everybody's algorithm has been screwed since Elon took over. Let's not kid, but no, that's the thing. Like my thing is like sport. It's like sports and my friends. Like that's it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't find it too offensive. It looked worse when they were doing like the they're doing like the presentation pictures, but when it was on
the photo shoot,
yeah. I would like to see it maybe with black shorts and black socks, but
yeah,
it's not gonna happen. So it's fine. It's not It's not that offensive. It's like you said, we've had worse. I do like the top, but I'm just not sure about the shorts. And
I love the top.
Yeah, definitely. But let's go on to man of the match. Richard, who is your man of the match in this game?
I'm torn between one of the front three. I'm gonna give it to Potts just because it feeds my agenda if he needs to be called up for the national team. So I'm gonna give it to Potts because I feel like everyone else. I feel like we give it to Jokeres every other week. So let me give it to Potts this week just to be a bit different and further some agendas.
Yeah, fair enough. Danny, what about you?
Yeah, special mention to Daniel Bragança, but I'm also giving it to Pot. Feeds my agenda.
We got the same agenda. It sounds like we might have the same agenda, Danny.
Same, but different at the same time. I'm with you as well. Should have been called up to the.
Should already been there, dog.
There's two guys that signed to Chelsea this season that I think he
did not have any business being there.
But then it also feeds my agenda that not only is he the best player on the Sporting team currently, he's been our best player for the last 4 years as well. So it helps my agenda here, and I'm hoping for a big.
You know what I said at the beginning of the season, like in the group chat, I said he took not being called up to the Euros personally, and it feels like he's on this is like the Pedro Gonçalves revenge tour. He's like, oh really? Watch this. It's Pedro Gonçalves time.
And it's also it's not even like. I think he's added this year so far. That we'll see if it's for the good or for the bad, because it could go either way, especially with a player like Pot. Is he's being a lot more selfless in this game, especially. He passed the ball a lot. He has 2 assists for a reason. The penalty, I was convinced Pot was going to take it, but Gyökeres ended up taking it, which is fair play. He just seems a little more selfless. I don't know if it's to get himself into the national team. And like I said, we'll see, because he's also a player that also
he's doing.
We rely on him on scoring goals, so I don't want him to pass the ball in front of the net like Bas Dost did at some points
one time,
or Slimani.
But he's doing everything. He's doing everything well. That's the thing. Like he's scoring, but he's assisting. He's getting back on defense. Like he's doing everything well. Like there's very little a player can do to warrant a call up than play how he's played the last two games. Like,
and
if this was
if he doesn't
any
get a
player
call
on
up,
any team,
If he doesn't get a call up, TFC sign him real quick. Let's give him citizenship
Let's give him
ASAP.
citizen and let's
And
go.
he's going to be Canada's next star.
Yeah.
Next to Ryan Gold.
Yeah, we still got to fast track our boy Ryan Gold.
Yeah, I'll make it 3 for 3. Portugal's always man of match for me.
Ooh, okay.
best player since
one
start of the
season.
season.
Yeah.
Okay.
As much as Gyökeres was good in the first half, man, he really wasn't that great.
Yeah, he wasn't.
And there was a few times where he was getting a bit angry, and I think it was more frustration at himself and plus getting kicked every single play. But I'm just like,
he got beat up.
Tone it down a bit, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Pedro Gonzalez for me. But yeah, that's it for the game. Let's take a look at the predictions and how they went. So,
had a stinker.
I mean, not as bad as me with I guess we both got 2 points, but I went with the 1-0. I thought, Madeira, maybe the
went for
weather might not be great.
1-0. We're going to grind this one out.
Yeah. And to be fair, I wasn't that impressed with that performance against Rio Ave, so I just thought maybe it would be, a 1 goal. But yeah, I guess Richard the closest with 3-0, getting 4 points in total.
The goal scorers were clutch.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And Chris getting 3 points with Trincao and Gyökeres goal scorers, and of course the win. Which puts still Richard in first place, Danny in second. Danny and Chris in second, and me last, unfortunately. But
still early.
Get back up there.
Still early. A lot can happen. All it takes is like one monster week. We've all had it. Like at one point last year, we all had at least one like crazy 5-point week or something ridiculous. That's all it takes is for one, and someone forgets to put a prediction in or gets one horribly wrong, and all of a sudden you're right back in it. Lot of football, a lot of games left to be played.
Facts. I'm going to do my prediction quickly. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win versus Florence. And I'm going to go Jenny with the first. Oh, there we go. Jenny with the first. We'll go. I'm going to go Diamonde.
Ooh.
With a second.
I like that.
Corner.
Yeah.
And then Gyökeres is just, play safe. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I got to say, it's like a freebie. That's like your free space in bingo.
Yeah. Danny, do you want me to put yours in or are you going to wait a bit?
No. Yeah, put it in. I was just looking at Ference's thing. I'm going to go again with a 2-0 because the week before I said 5-2 and this was the high flyer. So I think I'm always just ahead of my time. You hear what I'm saying? So
ahead of
always
a week ahead of time.
And then I'm going to put Trincão and Gyökeres.
All right. Not bad. I haven't shown a lot of Trincão love in my predictions up until this game too, so
yeah.
No. I will say, Florence don't have Mateus Oliveira anymore, so no free.
We can't get 2 free kick bangers this game against us. Probably
they have Balumi, which will probably still will
he'll score one sick goal probably because that's always how it goes.
Yeah. So that's it for league predictions. We will try and show fancy, but the
website is not being cooperative with us this week.
Yeah,
I think it might make sense for us to show. Can we show our team for the last game? Actually,
I'm cool with that. I have it available.
Yeah, World Fantasy. Can you fix your website? Can you get an app? Two things. Get an app.
Get an app, please.
And number 2, fix your website because it's not the easiest to get around.
I don't know what happened to Real Fever or whatever it's called.
They got bought out by some company. Yeah, just take their whatever they got. Just buy their patent and use that.
Right, I will show you mine first since I've got it on screen. So the best around. So I got 75 points last game week, which is the average was 65, so 65.8. So Kovacic, let me down a bit. Famila Cal, defender, Mora with 7. Take that. Roshinha is never leaving my team. I'm a Roshinha fanboy.
You're repping that boy.
How much points did he get? 2?
He got 3. So it's
3?
Let me zoom in.
Solid.
Yeah, 3 is
might pick him up.
Not the best. Might take Balumi out for sporting game. Never know. Varela with 4.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think I put the Santa Clara guy in. That might have been an automatic sub. I don't know. Or maybe I've just not checked it in a while. That Pavlidis guy got a goal, but Gyökeres with 26 points, man. Love it. And leaving Delano on the bench, unfortunately, with 9. But auto subs, I suppose. I guess did Galeno give me points? I don't know. But
they're not as I like
I also
this
have
one, but they're
Portugal on
not
the
as
bench.
helpful as Real Fever. We're trying
No.
to help you guys out though. If you let me present, I can just go through the all things Alvalade table here, Sam, in a second.
Go for it, man.
Share my screen here. We're gonna have some technical issues, maybe. Who the hell knows? Share. All right, we're here. So we'll go through the team. So Danny, you're Amorim's Army. You are ranked number 1 in the All Things Alvalade Twitter League. We can see this, right? Okay, beauty. FC Mitrashinchi. Sorry. You're at number 2, so not bad. 167. Our favorite name of all time, Tenny Limpados Alcholotos do Meu Armario. You're in 3rd.
Fire.
Diomandes in the Rough, you're in 4th.
Fire.
And then Nuke Tecumseth Leohage is in 5th. And then we're not going to get too much. Hakuna Marita sitting low.
Well, hold on. I need you to read that last place or not last place, but whatever that was, or second last name. My bad.
Killing my balls.
Fire.
That's a name. That
Fire.
is a name. That is a name.
Name of the year.
Name of the year. You're one of our. We also have Nuno Sanchez Psychosis is a beauty.
Also, I think we have 2 Hakuna Moritas in the table.
I was going to find out if this is my team or not. I'll tell you. Yeah, this is not my team. This is not my team.
I was going to say, I remember seeing 2.
Who stole my name? You bastard. It's on site. It is on site. Whoever this imposter is, Hakuna Marita, it's on site. I'll have you know. How
Let me quickly share mine.
dare they? Ready to throw hands here.
First place here. First place, Quick little
Mika,
90
the
points.
goat
I don't know
in
if you
that.
guys can see it.
I just realized who your goal is.
Yeah, but I left Dio Costa on my bench like a bozo.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
But
he
the goat,
might permanently
Mika.
stay on my bench too with
much
sense
sense.
in there.
Zafon,
Yeah, I had Ba, Otavio,
Balumi.
Jenny, Gustavo Sá, Balumi, Felix, Pot,
Portugal cares were
Nelson
huge.
Oliveira, Thiago Machado. I've made this team and haven't thought about it since the moment I made it.
Same.
Again, because there's no app. This thing sucks.
No, I know. It's you can't figure anything out. And that's probably what my strategy is going to be: is leave the team and hope.
Yeah. Let me just show you guys real quick though. Oh, wait.
74th in the world, not bad.
74th in the world, but I'm in the 3 things that we're in. Why don't I see it here?
You're one in all of them.
Right
You're one in our
Bam.
group. You're one in the Twitter league
Bam.
and in the long ball football one, which we're
Albert. If
in
you're
as
still in
well.
the chat, I need you to respect the king.
Respect the grind. Danny was fantasy
Let this
champion
chief.
for us last year too. Actually, Danny's. I might be the predictions. I might be the predictions merchant, but Danny's the fantasy merchant for sure.
I'm hooked.
He's about that life.
I'm fantasy football season is starting too.
Oh, you must be riled up for that.
It's getting intense, boys. I need to be locked.
Are you an FPL? Are you an FPL guy too, or no?
I'm not really. No.
I
am, but I don't really care.
I was last year. I just don't have the time or energy to commit to more than one fantasy
too many
thing at a
leagues.
time. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I'm actually top of all my leagues on FPL at the moment. I had a
Jeez.
really good first week.
My God.
Let's see the FPL team, bro. We might as well. You have Fatau in there?
He's not. Let me see. If
He definitely has Jamie Vardy in there because why?
I on my life I did have Fatau in, but I took him out for a Crystal Palace, unfortunately. I just didn't think they were going to do that well.
Yeah, no, fair. So many people, I don't know why. Like everything I'm listening to, people are saying Leicester are going down. I don't know what they saw against Tottenham, making them think
it's
that they're
because
going
down. They'll have a point deduction.
Fair, I get that, but
yeah, but like
Jamie Vardy chugging down fucking Red Bulls. You don't think they're gonna win some games here?
Jamie Vardy's
gonna point to his fucking badge saying 1 Premier League, 0 to you. Fuck off.
Jamie Vardy's antics alone could keep Leicester up. I'm pretty sure if they really wanted to.
There's my Pope,
Nick Pope,
Trent.
Who's that middle one from Arsenal?
Ben White.
Ben White, yeah.
Smith Rowe, Garnacho, Holland is the young carries of this league.
I'm a big fan of
Isaac Havertz.
That front 3 is dangerous.
That's a very good front 3. Who's your bench, if you don't mind showing us?
No points on the bench, which is pretty much what you want, I suppose.
Yeah,
Who's the Brighton guy?
Barker. He's a right back. I think he's leaving soon, so I need to get rid of him anyway.
Yeah.
Argentina. Oh, he's leaving.
Just be
Yeah,
like
he's going
Danny.
to Sevilla.
Just be like Danny last year.
Oh,
Have a
wow.
goalie who just doesn't exist for the rest of the season.
Yeah, bro. Get the cheapest
Just
guy on
have
your
a-
bench, bro.
Just
Fuck
have
that.
a dude who's not real anymore.
And my team name, the Mean Girls.
The Mean Girls. Fire.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Well done.
Look at him. But yeah,
Well done.
let's switch gears from fantasy into reality, and that is
Whoa.
unfortunately,
What a
yeah,
segue.
damn, man. Vitor Roque is
segue.
not signing for Sporting, and as of now, as I tweeted, no Iondinis, whatever his name is, Greek guy, no Vitor Roque. It looks like Rodrigo Ribeiro might be leaving, so who knows
Who the hell's going to be the backup striker?
We do need someone, who can finish, good on the ball. You probably know where this is going at the moment. And he's right here, boys. He's right here.
Fire. Okay.
This guy.
You see
Check
some
out
of
the
these, man.
highlight
Let's
reel.
see,
People
let's
that are listen to the audio only version. You're missing out on
Wait.
content.
Pause the video, bro. Sport TV might take us down, bro.
that one, yeah, was a good save. I'm the one who shoots, but good stretch up by the goalkeeper.
Good stretch.
But this one from 2 years ago, you've probably seen.
Look at this footwork.
Bang.
Play it again. Play it one more time. Look at this. Look at this. Check that tackers.
What the video cuts out is the assist, which is very annoying.
Look, too.
Yeah, and that was when I was a little bit heavier as well. So
Yeah,
now
he's in shape. Now he's in shape. Imagine what he can do now.
Trust me. And then there's the assist for this one. I mean, I really didn't do much for it, but
That
all
you, bro. That was all you. That assist.
Trust me, that was all me.
Wow, that goal
great
was
ball.
trash,
Great
bro.
ball.
That shit was right at him.
It was, but it was a powerful shot, to be fair.
No, yeah, fair. Boy, the guy has
look
tact
at that pass, tackers. So put some swaz on that
Jeez.
one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, Sam
Look at
Fonseca
this
to
guy.
Sporting. There we
Got him
land.
signed. Let's go.
I will-
My favorite is Sam Fonseca to Sporting. I am circumcised. Have you guys seen that shit kills me, bro. These people make like a parody of like
Fabrizio and all
they
these
just do
guys.
like a ton of crazy shit. That shit killed me.
There was one I saw. I can't remember it now, but it was really good. But they're all really funny.
There's some funny one. The internet's a good place sometimes.
But yeah, so on the striker front, there is rumors that we're going to go in one more time for Ioannidis from Panathinaikos.
There we go.
It was said this morning that Ioannidis told his agent, he wants to leave because he saw progress in the Vitor Roque deal, but now that's done. That's dead in the water. I don't know if that works in our favor. Probably not. But we're running out of time, boys. And
There's
we've
a
only
week
got
left in the window.
10 days, I think, maybe. So, not that much. I did ask earlier as well, 3 realistic signings for the striker position. I don't know if you guys have any names you want to throw out there.
I want to see what people are putting. So,
Kevin put Sam Fonseca third.
So Kevin's a man of culture.
The
Kevin
level of
Mbappe.
disrespect, the fact that Sam Fonseca is in the
third
same
on that
list as Mbappe and Teoteu.
So I just want to.
There's a clear legend in this list, and then 2 other bums.
As you scroll through this, I just want to point. So Kylian Mbappe might be hard. Teoteu, resurrection's crazy, man. We're getting COD zombies.
Bro, I was gonna say a dead guy above me is not like
guy above you
so
is
much from my
crazy.
football ability.
And Sam Fonseca. Who else is people say? I just want to see what other options.
Iondinis was pretty much the main one. You had a few shouts from Memphis Depay, who's a free agent.
No.
Josh is twerking in the chat for Depay.
No,
Josh,
I don't think
funny.
Depay's realistic. And honestly,
Give him
I
away.
feel like Depay has piss poor attitude. The Mukoko one that Gervais puts out is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
As is the Fofana one, but the Fofana one, I feel like we wouldn't be able to afford his wage.
I've seen a
Mukoko's
few
kind of a
Fofana
fun
ones.
one.
If we're gonna go to Chelsea for a striker, personally, David Washington, the Brazilian dude. I'm a big fan.
There's one
Simone
that
Banza.
our good friends at Long Ball Football, and I actually want to touch on the Banza one in a minute, but
He's been exiled.
that's a fun one, and I wouldn't be upset about Banza.
Yeah, there's a few players I've not really heard of, like
There's
these
Gray.
three, to be honest. Guri, I
Those are
think I've heard
football
of, the
managers.
Algerian.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are football managers.
These are FM.
signings.
Yeah, these are FM guys now that we're getting into that I'm not just familiar enough with.
Paulinho,
No,
agreed.
Paulinho.
Paulinho, bring him back.
Yeah. There's a few others in there. I mean, this
Josh
was my
just-
favorite. 2020 Lewandowski, 2015 Suarez, Prime 9, not as good as Gyökeres, of course.
Facts.
A few others as well.
Santiago Jimenez is too expensive. Xerxes, yeah, nice one.
Cucho Hernandez. I saw a lot for Weghorst as well.
Yeah.
Not in that one, but there was maybe 2 or 3 for...
Kareem Konate is an
Weghorst.
FM signing. I fuck with Kareem Konate on FM though. But
Yeah.
Young
Weghorst,
Stays.
Banza. Do you guys have any other? That's not happening. Do you guys have any-
Listen, Josh is spitting fire.
That's
in the chat.
that's not even that's not even that Ronaldo one. That's such a bot account too. I guarantee.
Yeah,
That's not even a real account.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Do you
Josh
guys
is saying
need-
Artur Cabral redemption season. I'm for
No.
it. I'm for it.
I think Bonza's an interesting one because he is on the outs with Braga. Apparently, we don't really know what happened there. He's a proven
Wants
goal
to leave.
scorer in this league. He's a player who we would typically actually go after. He's at the level.
Yeah.
You kind of know what you're getting with him too. So that's kind of for me. If you don't go after Ioannidis or Ioannidis, however we say this every week, however you say his name, I feel like that's one you should look after because the ball is kind of in your court now. Braga's kind of put themselves into a corner because they've exiled this guy, and you can say, "All right, you've exiled him. This is what we'll give you," and you're in no position for really bargaining or negotiating because you have, as Danny has just left us. What the frick? You're in no position to bargain because you've put yourselves in this corner where you don't want him. So what do? So Bonza's an interesting one that I think we could get. Y'all good, brother? You good?
My bad.
It's all good. I did that once too. I meant to click off a tab once, just exited the whole stream, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Would be the first time we've had technical difficulties here. But yeah, Bonza would be the one for me if you can't go after Ioannidis.
Just saying, boys. No room for him here with that front three.
No. Also, like I'm sorry, he's such a baby. He is a full diapered, whiny baby now. Like, I'm sorry. He would, the second someone didn't pass him a ball or he had to sit on the bench, you think he's going to take that shit and just be like, no, I'm good.
Did you see what he did in the final?
In the
where
Super Cup,
He up and left. He literally
went like
literally
this. He
took
went
his
like,
ball
you
and
guys
went
are
home.
asleep. You guys are asleep.
Yeah.
That shit kills me. Sadio Mane is about to get
Wire.
loaned out to another Saudi team because of him, bro.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he is a full diapered baby. If he wanted to come back, he should have come back 2 years ago. At this point, stay away.
I may have
we didn't
jinxed
even
it
want him
with
2
this
years
one,
ago.
but oh well.
Yeah.
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 Thing is, bro, I don't know. I guess it was serious, but I still don't believe it was that serious that we were into Vitor Roque. I think we were just trying to put pressure on Panathinaikos.
That's
I don't
what
know,
I thought.
because
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
I think you're onto something, but up until Batiste was in on him, he was keen to come here, according to reports. I think I mean, understandably on his part, the reason he stayed in Spain was because he could still stay on Barcelona's radar, being just that he's going to be loaned out. And then if he's kind of betting on himself, if he proves himself and has a good season with Batiste in La Liga, he kind of puts the ball back in Barcelona's court and says, "Okay, your move. What do you want to do here?"
Yeah.
Because I got actual playing time and played in position probably, and I had a good year. What are you going to do about it?
The thing is, though,
whereas if he was
Barcelona
just
need
sold
to
to
sell,
us,
though.
it would have been a bit different.
yeah,
They
But
do.
the thing
Well,
is
Deco
they need to
Masterclass.
sell. That's why I'm like a little shocked that like they're allowing Betis to just take him on loan. Okay, of course we don't know if there's like a mandatory fee or not, right? But
I
I'm
think
not sure.
it's because if he has a good season in La Liga compared to having a good season, well, he wasn't being on to us anyway. But if he has a good season at Betis and does well,
They
then
can
you
bring
could
him back
basically
and they don't have to worry
double
about
the
a
money and
transfer,
sell him
right?
again, and that as well.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
Or they could just
that's
bring him
fair.
back. They don't have to worry about an incoming transfer for another guy. Or they
exactly.
can they can still flip them. Whereas here, yeah, they're getting the money, and it's great. But if he goes on a tear for us, they're like, oh crap, we missed out on extra like 15 million euros maybe if Sporting flips him because he goes crazy this year, right? So I kind of see the reasoning on their side. I see the reasoning more for him. He's betting on himself for a year and saying, okay, I'm going to go out and grind and prove myself here, and I'm going to put the ball back in Barcelona's court and say, now what? So
he's also a guaranteed striker at I don't know who their striker is currently, but if I'm not mistaken, it's an older
I don't
guy.
keep up with them much.
Yeah, so he's probably a guaranteed striker at Betis as well, as opposed
to he'll get some good minutes there, I think, for sure. So
let me remind myself.
I do have a suggestion, an actual suggestion. And it's sort of hear me out, or as they say in Filthy Feathers, let me land. Suggestion.
We're letting you land.
I'm so I don't know yet. We're gonna wait and see.
Andre Silva,
I'm for it.
Oh,
6 million euros.
You know what?
Sam, so far, your hear me outs have not been hard to hear, brother. It's this one in Malpe.
Yeah,
Malpe.
I could get behind this one because it's so cheap too. It's
the thing is with my
it's low risk, high reward. This one, I feel.
My Malpe shout is not for his footballing ability, but just to wind up Porto and Benfica fans.
Just a wine, dude.
But it's also funny. It's for what he can do on the pitch, though. Nonetheless.
Yeah, I could get behind this one. I feel like he would kind of fit in our system where it's just we're feeding him balls, and he just because we've seen Andre Silva, he can be on his day crazy goal scorer. Like we remember like those first couple years when he was playing, he was crazy. He was like putting up goals like it was nobody's business.
I can't believe he's 28 already.
I feel so. I remember watching him at the Under-20 World Cup. That's how old I feel. Like I remember watching him literally tell a ref, like on the broadcast, audibly on the broadcast, on the friggin' broadcast. I was like, "Yo, they need to lower those mics because that's kind of crazy."
Might be me, but I feel like he's been 28 for the last 5 years, though.
I feel like he's been 24 for the last 5 years, and suddenly he's 28. I don't know. This is the. You know what? For 6 million euros. It's low. It's kind of low risk, high reward. I wouldn't be opposed.
Doesn't have the best goal scoring record from club, which is the issue. But then it's like as a backup striker, like as I said, would he take a backup striker role? Would he even join Sporting?
Yeah, I think he would join Porto before Sporting, and I feel like they need a striker a lot more than we do right now, especially with.
But I also think Porto have zero money. That's a good thing on our side.
That's true.
Yeah, I'd like him, but I think you are onto something too. He probably would just, if he had the choice between Sporting and Porto, he would go back to Porto if that option was there. But
he actually,
I wouldn't oppose him though. I wouldn't be completely upset about
me neither. Me neither.
He's actually got a very good football CV: Milan, Leipzig, Porto, Sevilla.
Sociedad.
Yeah, for a backup, why not? Like you said, 6 million. I doubt his wages will be that high.
Yeah.
I just had a light bulb moment. I read a rumor today. It's just a rumor. That Sporting is interested. Sporting is interested in bringing back a striker. And then, people have been bantering. I put in Alvalade. I seen Sporar. Sporar is in the market for Panathinaikos. People have been saying Van Volkswinkel. I just also realized if that is somewhat true, I just thought of a guy, Tiago Tomas.
Oh no! Don't put that
on loan.
We're gonna have to fire up the hater club again, Sam. Get ready.
Jesus.
Sam doesn't even want to speak. That's how offended.
So Quaresma can come back, but Tiago Tomas can't. Jesus Christ.
Bro, do you remember watching?
Is Tiago Tomas currently better than Rodrigo Ribeiro? That is my question to you.
No, I don't think so.
Well, he doesn't really play.
My buddy watches Bundesliga on a weekly basis, and every time every time he's watching Tiago Tomas, him and his brother will message me in my group chat, and they'll be like,
the years, man.
Yeah, no.
Tiago Tomas for Stuttgart more so. I haven't watched too much of him at Wolfsburg, to be fair.
Yeah, my buddies who watch a lot of Bundesliga, they're both brothers. They'll every time they see Tiago Tomas, they will message me and be like, "Yo, this Tiago Tomas guy's dog shit." And I'm like, "Yo, I know. I watched him week in, week out for 2 years. It wasn't great."
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about Tiago Tomas. Sam, we may have to start the club back up again, brother.
I'm looking at that games to goal record for Wolfsburg.
Oh, that is rough.
Yeah, it's rough. I'm trying to see what the last game was. I played DFP Pokal. No rating, I guess.
Man.
Okay.
I guess
Man, I'm just throwing something out there.
No.
if I guess it's not. I don't know.
I'll tell you one thing,
here's
though.
the thing.
He has a more recent goal than Rodrigo Ribeiro.
Here's the thing. Thiago Tomas runs like crazy. He runs a lot, probably more than any other guy in the game. You know why Thiago Tomas runs so much? Because he's fucking out of position all the time. He's never where he's supposed to be. That's why he runs all the time. It's Scott McTominay syndrome. He's never where he needs to be on the pitch at any given time.
I remember Thiago Tomas scoring the goal against
Tondela.
Aberdeen in the no.
I remember the Tondela game because I remember going crazy that he actually scored.
Yeah, I think when we beat Aberdeen, he scored, and I was like, this kid might be serious. And then he played tomorrow.
Yo, we all thought that though. Oh my god, he scored a goal.
I believe someone here compared him to Lietzen. Is that right, Danny?
Damn.
I will not confirm nor deny these allegations.
Daniel Sylvain.
All I'm saying is there's a player there to be. And listen, he can solve two problems. We might need an extra winger. You said it yourself. He likes to run. He goes on runs.
He goes on runs because he's never where he needs to be.
Listen, I also might be going. I have my roommate. She's on this like dating app that celebrities are on, and I may or may not have seen Mr.
I forgot about this.
We're just, let me just throw that out there as well. Like this is my guy, bro.
That's
Go way back.
He can be your guy. You can have him.
Next goal he scores, I'm adding all of you guys. I just want you to know. On his breakout season.
SpongeBob title card 8,000 years later.
Speaking of transfers, there is one I think is an unfortunate sale, even though the money was good. But I think he would have cooked.
It was a bit of a gut punch, this one.
Yeah, I will say, very cold announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it leaves us in a weird position because we had our midfield set, and now it's like, where do we go from here? Is Asugo
probably almost stacked
and that's what we said. Like, is Asugo going to be the guy who they give the minutes to instead?
I personally would want Asugo to go out on loan, though.
And I think that was maybe initially the plan. Was Asugo was probably going to be the lone guy, and Mateus was going to be the fourth guy, like the fourth guy in the depth chart, and maybe that changes because Asugo was really just the fifth guy in the depth chart, anyways. So he's at worst the best.
But then it's like we just spent like what $3 million on Koba Kudredi. It's like,
I feel like that's a money laundering thing.
Yeah,
I feel like that's low-key money laundering, that one.
I don't know what we were thinking about there, and then now they sell Mateus Fernandes, and he's already phased out of the squad. It stinks a bit.
I mean, good money, but it's
it is good money though.
Yeah, it's just good money, and it's one of them. It's like if you either sell this player for 50 million, or you take a hit on a starter or someone who's probably higher in the pecking order than Mateus Fernandes. And there are rumors that Rodrigo Ribeiro is next, or John Munoz is next, and maybe that's a good way to make money on players that, no disrespect to Mateus Fernandes,
the fringe guys, though,
yeah, Thiago Tomas you can look at. Even for Tau, there were guys who didn't really play a lot and weren't in the squad, not really showing anything.
That might be pure profit too. It's not like we bought them for. Obviously, it's not necessarily a pure profit. You kind of,
But you didn't have to pay like 7 million transfers.
There's no fees, exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Maybe that is, like you just said, Sam. Maybe that's the move where, in order to hold on to the starters, you kind of have to sell the fringe guys, and it may be one of those things where it bites you a little bit in like a year or two. Where it's like, if you had kept him another year, you could have made an extra 5-10 million. But if you're getting a good offer for a guy like that now. You take look at Shermiti. Shermiti got minutes, and every time Everton he plays for Everton. We just scroll the timeline. It's just this Shermiti guy's so bad, man. So sometimes you got to kind of roll the dice a bit and eat a little bit of crap on the deal. I say eat a little bit of crap. They got 15 million for a guy who was a fringe player on the team who was not an outright starter. Let's be honest. He was the third or fourth guy in the pecking order. Was going to be getting substitute minutes and maybe the toss of the Liga, toss of the Portugal games against like teams we've never heard of. So not bad like on their part, like to get that much for a borderline guy.
Yeah. definitely.
That was a lot of words. That
Um,
was word salad, by the way. That was a lot of words there. I'm sorry. That
You're good.
was a lot.
But yeah, we do have some Twitter questions. We've not had some of them in a while, I don't think. But let me go.
Yeah,
and
we've been kind of
get them up.
slacking on checking those too, to be fair. So we apologize if you had a Twitter question we haven't checked.
So I'll give this one to you first, Danny. Do you think there's actually a chance that Ioannidis actually comes, or do you think that the deal is dead for now?
I think there definitely is a chance, but it's like 55-45 that he comes. But yeah, like only because like like I said, Vitor Roque, that was maybe our plan B. There's nothing else aside from that really that's coming out, and we're selling like we just mentioned Mateus Fernandes for 15. So we're raising even more funds. If we already have the funds available to pay for Ioannidis,
You have extra now.
and now you may have extra to like throw in that extra that Panathinaikos wants, right?
The problem is every time we throw an extra for Panathinaikos, they go, no, actually another $3 million. That's been the problem. Every time we come up to what they've asked, they've gone
get the
second thought. So
my only worry now with I'm tired of it too, and that's exactly my worry. My worry is that like this saga has been like dragged on for so long that now when he comes, it's gonna be like an extra pressure on him that maybe he does or doesn't deliver. Sort of like Paulinho had to deal with in the first few years because of that price tag. You know what I mean? So that's my only worry. But I still think he might come. I mean, Varandas again. Whoa, but Varandas loves a deadline day signing. So
he does.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. It's also not out of the realm of possibility we get like who's washed like Zaha or something.
Slimani again.
Slimani for a third
time. That's impossible. I know that one's impossible.
Never happening again.
I'm gonna be
who's a wash striker? Who's a wash striker? Check
Van Volkswinkel or something.
Check transfer records. He was a free agent or something.
No,
I'll do that after this question. Maxi Rujo is coming in. Richard, do you think he's going to take Nuno Santos' role, or do you think he's going to be backup winger? Is Edwards going to leave? What do you think he's coming in for?
The Edwards talk has kind of slowed down the last week, so that's the only reason why I don't know that he leaves. Because I felt like it only lasted for a week that teams were interested in him, and it just disappeared completely. I don't know about take Nuno Sanchez's job, although if Nuno Sanchez is hurt for an extended period of time and he comes in and plays really well, maybe. And I wouldn't be upset because at least we have some depth at fullback finally, which is wonderful because I feel like the last couple years we haven't really had that. If Edwards leaves, he's probably the Edwards kind of heir apparent where he'll be the bench guy, maybe start a few games here and there, depending on how he plays, may take a starting position from someone. But if Edwards doesn't leave, then I feel like he probably slots into the more left wing back, probably rotate with Nuno Sanch, and Mateus Fernandes probably moves back to permanent center back. Like backup option, I would think. Just because I feel like Mateus Fernandes, and unfair to him, like keeps getting bounced around between those two positions, and I feel like that's not fair to him. Like just make him play one and make his life easier. And I think he's a bit of a better center back than a left fullback, just because he can't cross. He's a good defender, just can't cross. That's why I might just play him center back anyways, and avoid me getting mad when he has to try to cross it.
Yeah, facts.
But this guy's going to be expected to be announced tomorrow, though, right?
Yeah, this week. They said this week.
Yeah. The last question: has Pedro Gonçalves been the best overall player in Portugal for the last 4 or 5 years?
Nah.
Yeah,
you can make the argument. You can make the argument that last year he wasn't even the best player in his team. You know what I mean? So you can't say in Portugal the last 4 or 5 years. We've had some stars come in.
We've had some really good.
He's been up there. He's been up there.
Come through.
Yeah, I think
he's probably top 5, but he's probably top 5, but he's like number 5 for me.
Some of the guys that have been here, last 5 years, 2019, that's still Bruno Fernandes, right? But if we're saying,
exactly. I'm trying to think of the guys who left. Yeah,
you got guys like I was going to say Darwin, but I think Pedro Gonçalves has been better than Darwin.
João Neves was a really good player.
João Neves, Ugarte. Luis Diaz, I think, was very good for.
Luis Diaz for sure.
Yeah.
Luis Diaz for sure.
Yeah, Luis Diaz would be up there.
Anyways, the names that of people that have left are not coming to mind, but there
not
have
not
been better
at the moment,
starts.
but
to
there's
the
been better.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely.
Vitinha.
Yeah, good
Vitinha,
shout
yeah,
as well.
Vitinha's a good shout actually.
Even
Even like I would say, like guys like Rodrigo Conceição has been really good. He'd be a guy who I could see you putting in the top 5.
Rodrigo's his brother that played
Rodrigo's
for
the
like
brother.
Estrela Amadora, bro. You
Rodrigo's the
scared me
brother,
for a
yeah.
second. Nah,
No,
but
Rodrigo's my guy.
Pot has been better than Chico, in my opinion. I'll die on that hill. He's been better than Chico.
That's fair. Yeah, I think he's probably like top 5, but he's number 5.
yeah.
I feel like there's at least 3, maybe 4 guys you could probably rattle off name that have been just as good, if not better.
Yeah, definitely. I have gone up the list of some free agent strikers thanks to
On Transfer Market.
And shout out to Paulo Souza for asking those questions as well. But yes, Depay, Martial, Ben Yedder, Delort, João Pedro.
Remember Delfort? He played for Porto for a little bit.
I forgot
João
about
Pedro
him
would
for
be in.
Porto.
Oh no, never mind.
That's not the João Pedro you're thinking of,
Never mind.
Choupo-Moting.
Maxim Choupo-Moting. Lord.
Hear me out.
No.
No.
Let me land.
No. That's gonna be a rough landing.
There's not many
There's
good
not
names.
much. They're all so
I thought there was
old.
Mario Gomez there.
I was gonna say I thought he retired. They're all so old. My God.
Mariano Diaz. Yeah, he's 31.
Bro.
Wow.
He's right there, man.
36
He's
years
been
old.
on the unemployment line too. Hassan,
Keep going down.
Braga guy.
I don't know.
Also no.
Kamar Grooves, guys. So Guardiola. No, Lucas Joao.
There's really no one here that I'm looking at.
Jovetic is kind of a funny one, but no, Balotelli just for the lulls.
Listen, Balotelli.
That's dust. He's hurt though.
He like passed out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or about had a heart attack or something. Yeah. No one really.
Yeah, Joel Tagio's familiar with the league, but that's about it. Oh, we're going to page 2. This is how desperate we're getting.
Diogo Souza.
Lucas, guys, you're missing a key one right at the bottom of this list.
Oh shit!
Sam's cousin Ruben is on the list as well.
Ruben Fonseca's there. Diego Souza still plays. Jeez Louise.
Well, no, he's without a team, so
he's not. He's on the market though. There's not much for free agent guys. I thought that was Bojan Krkić for a second.
I don't trust free agents all that much either.
No,
I do wonder because I've put centre forward. I don't know if second striker brings anything different.
Good ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 1. It had to be the first name.
And that's where we'll end it.
And that's where we're gonna stop because we've literally run through a list and we've got Bas Dost who's hurt, Luke Castaños, and Luciano Vieto. Yikes.
Yeah.
I think that's enough free agent.
I mean,
snooping.
Even like the top 2, which are like Martial and Depay, I would probably still say no.
No.
Depay is just a freaking diva everywhere he goes. I just don't want to put up with Memphis Depay.
I think Depay would be decent, but Martial
good. I just don't care.
Is the diva. That's a big no for me. Ben Yedder, bro.
Ben Yedder would be fine. That's a streets don't forget player.
Yeah, he's just old.
Depay's been everywhere, man. I just don't care.
What was he even his stat? He played with Barcelona last season, didn't he? Or was it Atletico?
No, he played with Atletico.
Atleti.
No, he played with Leon.
13 goals, 14.
He played with Leon for a long time, for a good chunk of time.
Before he went to United. Or no, sorry, after he went to United.
After United.
Leon, yeah.
His PSV.
I don't think he's even linked to anyone. I've not really seen.
No, not really.
The Porto
he's been
one,
linked to Porto. Yeah, that's all I've seen.
Yeah.
But
I just don't really want to put up with Memphis Depay personally. It's just kind of annoying.
Raheem Sterling. I don't know how. Don't ask me how we'll afford him, but
I was gonna say how are we gonna afford? You work in finance. You tell me. I only work with You work in finance. You tell me how we're gonna make that work.
Listen, Sporting. If you need me to help you with another mortgage, I will be glad to help.
Some money laundering.
Help you. Help me. Help you. Help me.
Thanks. I guess we'll end it off with some, sad but also good news, which is Vidal retiring at the age of 34.
Oh, yeah.
60 games Sporting, 2 goals, 5 assists, a league winner, 2 Taça Ligas, and a Super Cup. And my personal favorite photo, that one.
Facts.
What was it, like
Facts.
45 seconds into the game?
It was like not. It was like maybe a minute tops, and he just 2-footed them. And I will always have eternal respect for Zuhair Fidel just for that alone.
Yeah, and he was one of them that I thought really did like have the passion of the club, and I guess maybe that was an Amorim thing. Like maybe that's what he installed, but he was one of them where he did battle for what was on the shirt, and
he was one of Amorim's first signings too, if I'm not mistaken. He was one of his big signings that first year.
Yeah, a free agent signing as well to come in, and he was an absolute machine in the back
that
three
first season. Yeah,
with Nacional.
Good for him.
He got us a big goal. He got us, I don't know how many to be fair, but he got us a big goal against Nacional.
Yeah,
a few games before winning the title, where we were locked 0-0 to them up until like the 80-something minutes.
Because we mustn't forget it was raining that game.
Yeah, it was actually this picture.
Well, this one was in Alvalade, but
yeah,
it was raining. But yeah, no, huge player for us. The big reason why we won the title that year, and all the best.
All the best.
I wonder if he's gonna be like a coach or anything like that. Because he's played in a few, like he's played in Betis for a while. Then he went to.
He's been around, so it wouldn't shock me if he.
And then he left us, and where did he go? He went to another.
I think he went to Turkey.
I think he went to play in Turkey for a bit.
He went to Real Valladolid and then Alanyaspor.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if he actually played for either, because I know he did have some.
He had some
injury-riddled seasons.
Yeah,
he played 10 games for Valladolid and then 5 at Alanyaspor, and that was it. So 15 games in the last 2-3 years. Fair enough. I respect it. Which I didn't know, his Sporting career, the 60 games, is his second most high career appearances.
Yeah,
Real Betis.
Wow.
Real Betis, 2 more games for Betis.
He's a bit of he was kind of like before Betis, he was at Alaves for a year, Levante for a year, Palermo for a year.
He was like a 1-year wonder for every team.
He was loaned out from Parma, so
yeah. His only silverware, from what I see, is just with Sporting. He didn't win anything else anywhere else.
Wow.
So,
yeah, he was in Betis for a while. So Vitor Roque, I hope you take that into consideration as well, buddy.
I mean, what was funny is I think we bought him and Adan in from Betis. They both played.
They were both free agents. Yeah. They were both
so,
free agents coming from Betis. That's right.
Yeah.
What a time that was. That feels so long ago. That was during COVID. That feels like ages ago, man.
Yeah. And the thing is, with our signings, I was like, they're good signings, but like, I didn't think we were going to do anything, and then we won the league.
No, we had zero. No one had any hope for that season. We were just like, if we finish 4th, we'll be happy.
Yeah.
If we go far in a cup, we'll be happy. Like, we were like, okay, cool. We ended up winning a double. Like, sweet.
Yeah. But I think that's it for today, unless you guys have anything else.
No, there's not. There's like zero Modalidad news really right now. They're all just kind of in preseason still, so nothing crazy. Nothing like newsworthy anyways out of the Modalidad. So once they start back up, you'll start getting your weekly Modalidad fix during the show though. Yeah.
And if you do want to get those fixed and also transfer rumor fixed, make sure you follow all things Alvalade on every social media platform, but mostly Twitter, formerly X, formerly known as Twitter. But yes, also make sure you follow Richard there. You can follow Chris, who isn't here tonight. You can follow him there. Also follow Danny right down there as well. You can follow me, but I said it again. Make sure you follow all things Alvalade on social media platforms and podcast platforms. Thank you all for watching. We see you next time, and peace.